What up, y'all? What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Man, make a quick video about critical race theory, man. What they call it CRT right now. It's pretty different, man. It's pretty different to think about. It's a theory. Basically, what's going on is you have the intellectuals coming out with the thought process of saying that we should introduce into the schools the theory of race, right? So basically, race is race, and race matters on all levels. That's what CRT states, right? So all levels, from school to banking to lawmaking, has race to do with it, right? So the lawmakers, when they make a law, they have race on their mind. So basically, CRT basically says that unless we address this, we're never going to get rid of racism, right? Man, which is pretty cool. I actually like the theory. I actually like when I had to like look at it. I was like, man, that's pretty dope, because I do believe that. I believe that racism is never going to be squashed. I don't think that in any country, not just America, I think that all races want to be dominant. They want to be the hegemon, no matter what. I think that African Americans, I'm not talking about Africans, African Americans want to be the most peaceful people. I want to fit in to any race, right? Most likely the American idea and the American ideal race is white people, right? But most races don't want that. Most races want to make sure that their, economic welfare is first, right? And economic welfare means that means their social welfare is going to be taken care of too. But overall, I see the concept of that working like in America. But my only thing is, I feel like if you want to introduce it into schools, it's cool, because it doesn't hurt me, right? But at the same time, I rather have that. Like I rather for us to create our own schools or create our own private schools, and all races could go as long as they pay the tuition, right? Because that tuition is going to go and get channeled back into the black community, create jobs and different economic programs for us. But I do think that should be, you could have CRT in your curriculum and then also have other different ideas, other different economic ideas. I think that you should not just teach capitalism by itself, right? I think you should teach basic, math, English, those basics, plus the other curriculums that we do teach, basic educational curriculums that we do teach now. But I also think that you should have critical thinking, things like that, right? And you should introduce CRT. Now, the opposition to CRT says that, okay, well, if we put this into our school systems, basically, we are kind of going against all of what America stands for, is equality, right? And I think that that's bullshit. I told you I don't believe in equality at all. So America never has been equal. It never will be equal. But that's okay from my perspective, because I don't believe in equality at all. I don't believe anybody should say I want to be equal. So I believe you should want to be free. And if you be free, then you have the choice to be equal or to be better than, right? Because you may want to say I want to be better than this person in running or in math or than this. I have the freedom to do that, right? Or if I'm equal to that person in that, I have the freedom to do that, right? I don't have to work as hard to be better than them. So, but the opposition is obviously oppressors, right? They don't want to introduce that into the schools, because the schools say, like I said, America says, oh, we're all going to be equal, and that's basically saying, oh, well, we're truly not equal because race matters, and we have to always think about race, which is some truth to that, because you don't want to have, for me as a black man, it works, right? It works for me because I'm always the oppressed, right? So, or have always been the oppressed. But at the same time, I don't want to send, and like I said, if we introduce that to our schools, right, to our private schools, I also want to be able to hedge that by saying that we don't always want to lay our hat on race, meaning saying that we are weak because we are not the hegemon race and we can't accomplish anything. I don't want to fall into that trap. So it's like a slippery slope. You see what I'm saying? Because it's good to have that, because if you can conceptualize and say, okay, kumbaya, everybody grows up and understanding that, man, race matters, and you gotta start thinking. So when you think about something, you should think, oh man, am I being racist? And that means black or white, right? Black people say they can't be racist, but that's a problem, is that you should be able to get your own stuff together so you have the choice, freedom. You have the choice to be racist if you want to, right? And that's the constant thing. The problem between black and white people is not race itself. It's power, right? And the thing is, black people we have not figured out that we cannot be powerful in the way we are, as separate as we are. Meaning how we don't have any type of head of state, I would say, right? We don't have any head. It's always, everybody wants to win. Everybody wants, and I'm gonna be candid here. I want to get bitches. I want to get the bag. I want my family to go to college. I want my family to do this. I want mine. It's not a community, because community doesn't, we throw the word around community like it's nothing. Oh man, we are the black community, white people, the black community. Man, black people don't have a community. We don't have a community. Community means that you take care of each other economically, you take care of each other socially, you're there for each other, and the biggest thing is you guys have almost the same social norms. Some basic things, right? The social norms are, and that means how you guys conduct business. Meaning, like, okay, we all don't believe in killing, we all don't believe in hustling each other, we all don't believe in beating women, things like that, right? But we don't have that. Everybody is out for themselves. That person may be a woman beater, that person may be a hustler, that person may hustle people in his own community, right? It's different than if you hustling outside your community, but if you hustling people in your own community, then you killing off your community. So if you selling drugs in your community, if you beating women, if you as a woman you not treating men, you treating men disrespectfully and disrespectfully with your tongue, you sleeping with your best friends, you sleeping your women, you sleeping with you sleeping with his best friend. Those things are wrong, and those things are social norms that we don't have. Because I know for sure, man, niggas do that shit, do those type of things everywhere. And then what we do is just like, that's not me. He ain't hurt me. He ain't do me. But that's not a community. We want to say we're a community when somebody get beat, or it's a national story. You know what I'm saying? Are we asking for something like reparations? But we're not a community. So back to what I was saying, man. CRT is a pretty cool thing. I'm on the fence about it. I like both of them. I like it taught in our schools. I don't care. I understand the opposition because it's kind of scary for them. I mean, if you're talking about, is it the best for? And I'm gonna be candid. Is it the best? If you say, oh, I want to try to see if we can eradicate racism, to teach race and racism in schools, yeah. But at the same time, man, I rather for us to create our own systems and then teach our own people how to be the best, and then that will help eradicate racism. Or it will have, because you can't eradicate racism, it will help equal out the racial divide, right? It will help equal that out, meaning that we will have the same education, we'll have more economic power, we will have more economic resources, because we will actually put time and effort to nurturing those things for us to have those things. So That's my only thing is I think that sometimes we fight battles, man, and to fit in so much with America and the white system is that we just haven't focused in on our own shit, man. We don't focus in on our own shit. We don't focus in our own infrastructure at all. We have paid no attention to it. We don't want to do it. Nobody wants to do the work. I want to do the work. I want to do the work. I need soldiers to do the work with me. And I'm saying soldiers, man, not men. I'm saying women and men. Kids, man. If your kid's 14, 15, man, he's a soldier. She's a soldier. We need to stop treating these kids, these little kids, like they dolls. No. In other societies, man, those kids are grown enough to go to work. You need to start teaching your kids how to be able to say, you know what? They, at 14, 15, they got to be able to do, if something happens to you, they need to be able to make shit happen. So I'm talking to them too. So the thing is, ultimately, we got to come together and say, that's good. Reparations, CRT, all those are good ideas if they want to say, if you want to fight those and they want to implement those, they can hurt us. Right? And it's always good for reparations because we deserve those, right? Now, when we talk about reparations, we got to talk about how we would implement those off the top, because if you look at reparations for Indians, what happened to them? They have never, they may have just now started to kind of figure out how to make it work, right? But that's another video. So the thing is, and I'm in closing here, man, is at this channel, we're all about building black infrastructure, jobs, healthcare, education, trades. We don't want to always push the kids in the forefront, because we already know we're gonna take care of the kids. We're gonna take care of the kids. We're gonna take care of the elders. And we're going to take care of the middle adults, because the middle adults are the soldiers right now that need to be working and need to be building and need to have infrastructure so they can build up the kids. We accept everybody within the African diaspora. So that means if you're a gangbanger, man, you middle class, you low class, I don't say low class, that's wrong. You don't make a lot of money. You educated, non-educated, book educated, you know, if you're gay, straight, as long as you about this agenda about building black infrastructure first, and that doesn't mean you hate anybody else, then I'm with you. Join, man, like, subscribe, follow, and tell somebody else, man. If you tell one person to follow, you did your job. You did your job. So if you like the page, you like the Instagram, you like the Facebook, and then you go tell somebody else, and you tell somebody else, and then they did it, you did your job. Because ultimately the goal of this is not for me to sit here and speak, man. I'll be honest with you guys, I say this every video, I don't like just rambling on and speaking. That's not my goal to do every day without an end game. And the end game is to to unite. Is to really truly unite, because we have other things that we have to unite. We got it's a lot of stuff we got to break down, but and how we want to try to attack that is try to build trust. So the first, and like I said, it's we have goals here in this channel. It's not just to talk to you every day and put content out. It's goals, and we have two micro goals. The first micro goal is to reach 2.5 million followers, subscribers, right? That's on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. All right. The second one, after we do that, and that takes nothing. If you like the content, you're about infrastructure, you're about getting jobs, healthcare, and building infrastructure, and taking care of your elderly, taking care of the kids, right? And being strong, then you should be able to say, I like that. And you're black, you should be like, I like that. I want to see what he had to say. I'm going to follow him to see what's going on and give this brother a chance, right? That's the first 2.5. Can't do nothing. We can't do nothing without y'all. And I learned that. I ain't going to no banks. I ain't going to no investors, because all they're going to say is how we going to make money, how we going to do this. This whole thing is about making money to give back to you to create wealth for us. You, people that look like me, that's you, right? You look like me, because I'm black, you look like me. I'm black, you black, we both black, right? Obviously. But and the second thing is, once we hit that micro goal, that shows that we can do something on a small level, right? Then we move on to the next goal and saying, you know what? we need to create trust in our community, right? So that means we'll ask everybody for a dollar donation for seed money, right? That will go towards creating jobs, creating most likely jobs, and then creating programs. So we started programs to show you what we have in store, so that we can go ahead and move forward on that. And that's the key thing. Is those are the two micro goals we want to accomplish, and we need you guys to do it. I'm not gonna keep you guys here long. I'm burning up in this car, man. It was a short video. Check out any videos about CRT, learn about it. It's pretty cool concept, but I want to put that out there for you guys, man. One love. You guys stay up, and man, sometimes you guys get on my goddamn nerves, but I love you guys all my life, man. I love black people and my people all my life. All of you guys, from the rich to the poor, man. Y'all all my people. So stay up, man. You guys have a good one. Peace out.